Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm all dusty here. I'm just doing some sanding work, finishing up my place here, and then go from there. I'm pretty excited about that. But gonna give you guys all major updates here. Blink, blink. Yeah, like I said, snap of a finger, everything changes. So for those of you who haven't seen it, just released there in the inside of this hour, Mitch McConnell blocked the Democrats basically trying to get Trump's COVID relief package as well as the majority House Congress that approved it. They're trying to get that to be voted in Senate today. That's not going to happen. Old Mitch McConnell says, no way. And it's going for debate all this week. So there is still a chance that this thing could be thrown back. And whether that portion of the bill about Tibet or not is going to be removed or not, it's going to be an all-week affair. So we're going to be on our seats now, everybody, all week long. So it's a nail-biter. What a life, eh? That America, man, they can really raise you up and knock you down, but it's not over. And honestly, I believe, everybody, there are way too many senators that wish to see this package put through. I think Mitch McConnell is going to lose. In fact, what bothers me here more so than the actions of Trump as of late is now Mitch McConnell, who I've reached out to before. I've talked to his top aides. So what bothers me here is those Senate races in Georgia on the 5th. And those two GOP Republican incumbents, they champion the COVID relief package, the $2,000 checks. And I want to be clear here, everybody. You know, I'm a numbers guy. I really take the time to do stuff. Now, National Post puts out estimated $471 billion is what they're saying. That's not true. The original package was 600, so you take from the 2,000, it's actually only increasing $1,400. I'm going to tell you all right now, it only applies to adults, like, never mind the children, that's all part of the first package, okay? So they were all cool with that, but they're going for this $2,000. That's all we're talking about here, as well as extension of EI benefits till March 31st. That's all I analyzed, because financially, that's all that's changed between what was and what Donald Trump wanted to see added on. Now, media upsets me because what they've done, we all know there are 325 million Americans, okay? Adult Americans, there's only over the age of 18 are 205 million. Now, out of American households, you look at income, which is published as of June. Now, maybe that has changed, maybe a little bit. It's not going to really make a factor, but by going by official numbers, only 81.4% of Americans over the age of 18 fall into the category of receiving as of June 30th, 2020 here, which is just a little more than 5 months ago, almost 6 months now, but still, those are the real numbers, okay? And I'm pretty sure when they look at COVID, it's going to be your your history as you are if you made those amounts. So 81.4% of 205 million Americans, it works out, when you multiply by the 1,400, about $171 billion, more than what was already put in. That's it. We see media going, oh, it's 400, like $500 million here. It's not. The total package is likely to be like that, but not in what Trump was raising the bar for. And literally everybody, when we talk trillions of dollars, we're talking about 1,000 billions, okay? That whole relief package now going to be well over $2.4 trillion, and Americans are only going to see a very small minority of it. That's it. Now, media's cooking the books, trying to make it, oh no, it's a higher percentage. I'm telling you right now, and I put my name on it. I put my name out there because I don't fart around, and I take the data as it is. There's a lot of great people in Alberta who do the same thing, and it's why we have unbelievable stats comparatively to the rest of Canada, especially on COVID. And I've done that exact same work. I took 3 hours last night to know exactly what is in this new bill financially, because that's my expertise, and you wouldn't be very good at what you do if you ran out there with astronomical buffoon numbers like the National Post just did. Because I promise you, there may be a variation of the numbers here. I'm not saying that there's a percentage of upwards of 350,000, upwards of 30 million Americans that may qualify above and beyond what I said, but it's a heck of a lot different than $300 billion, okay? That's an astronomical blunder, and this is the reason why we should never ever let people like Chrystia Freeland, who are journalists, be anywhere near the finances of a country. And it's extremely irresponsible to let journalists become overnight economists or responsible for budgets. Don't trust any of these people. These are not little numbers we're dealing with. It's okay when you're dealing with hundreds of billions of dollars and you may be out 1 billion, meaning less than 1/3%. You know what I mean? You can give grace for that. There's because nobody knows officially until you do the actual consensus. But when you're out a tremendous amount of money, that's how you get robbed and raped by the establishment. And media, National Post, this post, is absolutely ludicrous. And when you're dealing with everybody, $2,500 billion package, and they're literally complaining about 170 million going to the American people who you're borrowing the whole package from. Just like Dirty Freeland and that dirty bastard Justin Trudeau, who are sitting here going to borrow $1,000 billion from all Canadians, mostly Albertans. Sorry, most of that is taken against you, and not equal share of that debt is taken against you, okay? You're not even going to see any of it. A few $100 million. That's what Alberta gets in exchange for literally $53 billion going into that and going forward year after year. So it's going to be literally $170 billion likely borrowed against Alberta in the name of Justin Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland. Most people won't even know this. I know you people all follow me. You're going to see it. You're going to get it. But a vast majority of Albertans and Canadians out there have no clue. And are okay with $1,000 billion. And a billion, 16 zeros behind that. So when you think of a trillion, think about that. Think about that. That's how disgusting this is. 16 zeros. You can't even fathom the money. It's insane. And people are going to be out. Oh, it's just, I'm only out $200-300 billion. Not a big deal. Wow. You'll never pay that off in your lifetime, all Canadians. Never pay anything like that off in your entire lifetime, let alone your children's future. And they're going to do it 3 times over 3 years. $333 billion on average, which will likely skyrocket past that, since we're just going through a $381 billion, when I told you all it was going to be $380, and that's on my timeline, way in advance, out $1 billion. What they say, what is official, are always 2 different things. And if you're careful with the data, if you go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, piece by piece, section by section, you can get it right. And these buffoons rolling out National Post, disgusting. And even if the new package increased $400 billion, which is not a small number, but, in relation, it's 325 million Americans, not 38 million Canadians. So that's what we're talking about here. Giving to the people of America, who that Congress and that Senate and none other than Donald Trump are going to borrow against those people. And you're going to say $2.5 $1,000 billion is okay for all this other stuff, but a small portion of it not for the American people. And I'm telling you right now, National Post, way out to lunch with their numbers. Not even close. Now, if they're talking about the entire package from Bill A and Bill B for all the people, okay, now you're getting somewhere. That might be close. But that's not how they wrote the story, and that's not even close to what they say. It doesn't even work out. Even if every American got $2,000, it wouldn't make those numbers right. So there's a problem here with our media and the problem with journalists being allowed to publish stories, getting accreditation for something that physically is irresponsible. It's not right, and it's an absolute fallacy. Anyways, everybody, we got a tremendous week ahead of us. I'll keep you posted. It's going to be tooth and nail. That's how it always is with the United States of America. But when it comes to the issue of Tibet for Alberta independence, I most definitely am going to research the first bill that's likely, I believe, to encompass that. And if it does, and this ends up going through regardless if it's 600 or the 2,000, if whichever way it goes, I want to know, will it go through with the Tibet clause? Because that's the real issue for Alberta independence. Thanks, everybody. I'll let you know, and I'll update. I'll probably write that post out. I'm going to start painting here by this afternoon, the next couple days. Major flooring to do, and lots of furniture moving. So sorry about the frizzle and the dust, but this is me. So I'll probably just type now, because I know people don't like appearances like this. But I had to share this. Thanks. Get it out there. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.